Not too long ago, South Africa watched as the colored community stood up in outrage, furious over the comments made by Black open chat podcasters. They said those podcasters were spitting racial venom against colored people, which I agree. And the whole country saw the anger, the hashtags, and the calls for accountability. But today, silence, deafening silence. A colored school girl has gone viral after calling Black learners at her school the K racial slur word simply because they were dancing to traditional Black songs. Yes, in 2025, a child still feels bold enough to use one of the most painful, violent, and dehumanizing slurs in our history. And where's the outrage now? Where's the marching, the hashtags, the solidarity? This is the same community that wanted the country to burn because a podcast made racially offensive remarks about them. But when the hate speech comes from their side, suddenly it's quiet. Suddenly accountability is optional. Let's not forget Gayton McKenzie himself, the loudest colored voice on race politics, went on a Twitter rant not too long ago. He spewed racial slurs against Black people and then flat out refused to apologize. He doubled down. He laughed in the face of accountability. And today, when a colored schoolgirl calls Black learners the K racial slur word, nothing. No statement, no outrage, not even a whisper from him or the National Colored Congress. So, what are we really seeing here? A double standard, a pick and choose morality. When it's against colors, it's war. When it's colors attacking Blacks, it's silence. And that silence is complicity, according to me.
Colored people especially deny their Blackness. How much colored people especially victimize themselves in congruence with Black people. They say that, you know what, the government doesn't prioritize us as coloreds. Besties, the government does the exact same thing to Black people. I am so sick and tired of colored people refusing to understand that yes, they have problems. Yes, there is so much poverty in our colored communities, but those exact issues exist in Black communities too. We are not isolated as a marginalized group in South Africa. And this division that Gayton McKenzie is clearly able to create so openly and easily is because colored people refuse to accept that they are Black. They refuse to accept their Blackness. And in the previous video I made, there were so many people claiming that no, it's the reason colored people don't want to admit that they're Black or say that they're Black. It's because they're denying their other ethnicities. They're denying the fact that they're Asian, that they're white descendants. The issue is, what is your experience as a South African? Do you have a white experience in South Africa? Do you have an Asian experience in South Africa? Or do you have a Black experience in South Africa? How are you treated by the government? You are treated exactly and seen as Black by said government. The only time I actually see colored people claiming their Asian ancestry, their white ancestry, is when they use it to deny their Blackness. Tell me right now, as a colored person, which Asian language can you speak?
This story isn't just about one schoolgirl. It's about the hypocrisy of leaders who shout for justice only when it benefits them. It's about a community that demands respect but falls silent when its own members are the perpetrators of racism. Because the truth is this, guys, like if we're being honest, if you fight against racism, you fight against all of it, not just the kind that offends you or your community. And until that happens, these contradictions will keep exposing themselves loudly and scandalously. Not so long ago, the colored community found the addresses of those Black podcasters from Open Chat Podcast, and they said they wanted to teach them a lesson. But you don't hear us saying that we want this girl. We don't even know the school that this colored girl goes from. That's how not unbothered. We are bothered because in 2025 there is no space for racism in our democracy. There is no space for that, unfortunately. But we don't go around looking for this girl's address and wanting to teach her a lesson. We are not. What did the open chat podcaster people say? We're not violent. We're not violent. I didn't say no. I didn't say anyone's violent, but we are not violent because we understand that nonsense like this do happen. Discrimination will be dealt accordingly to the law. We are not nefariously barbaric where we have to find addresses and start coming and killing and being violent and breaking bones or whatever Gayton McKenzie said. We are classy about it. But if I called the colored people by their name or called them out by their nature, it was going to be a hurrah. They would have traced my IP address and taught me a lesson. So I don't understand colored people and their need to always make a point that they are the boss. At this point, they look ridiculous. Because if a white person spoke out against colored people, they wouldn't say anything. Because colored people are scared of white people. And they always see themselves as white. Every single interview or video on TikTok that I've seen of a colored person, they always praise how white they look, their green eyes, their Eurocentric looks. They're always leaning to the white culture, their white side. But when white people come for colors are like, yeah, no, we can take, it's fine. But if it's black people, you want justice. You guys are better. You're better because you're colored and they told you guys that you can stab around. You think we're scared of you. We are not. We are not. We acting classy about it. Anyone could have found this girl's school and went to teach her a lesson. We can also do that. You're not the only people that can find addresses and stab people. We also can do that. But we choose to be classy and graceful about it because we understand that slip-ups do happen. Racial rhetoric, divisive talk really does happen. It does happen. And at this point, we're looking beyond that. We are building something. We are looking beyond the violence. You guys like to prove things through violence, and I don't understand why. There is no time for dialogue within your community. You always want to show which is boss. And I've heard in Cape Town, this is a story that we need to follow up. I was supposed to report on it this week, but I want to follow up and make sure that it's true. But I will report about it and maybe bring in a few people that I will interview, both from the Black community and colored people. I'm hearing that the white people in Cape Town are kicking out the white people in Cape Town are kicking out coloreds from their area, and they're trying to, it's sort of like gentrification, and they are building houses for white people. And someone did say not so long ago in the comment section, but prior to the comment section, I saw it on TikTok last year where a lady said every month there are 1 or 2 planes that are from Israel and they board all the way to Cape Town, and the planes are full of Israeli people. Some are saying Ukrainians, but I heard the story that there are planes at least once or twice a month that come from Israel to Cape Town, and these people have found land or they are being placed in homes in exchange for votes, in exchange for them to vote for the DA. Yeah, citizenship for DA votes. I've heard that. I'm just going to follow up on it because such stories, I don't want to just, explicitly just run my mouth without facts. But I've seen someone comment this in the comment section, and I've seen it on TikTok as well. So it's not a coincidence that there's planes flying around from Israel to Cape Town full of Israelites, and suddenly colored people are being kicked out of their community or in their area. Sort of like gentrification, So it's no. So I'm going to follow up on that, and I will report it back with people that will back up my story. I want to interview people that will back up my story, both from the Black community and the colored community. I don't want to be biased about anything. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel. Family, I have my own channel. It's called The Native Talk. I've seen some of you guys subscribed already and you're engaging with the content that's already there. So I'm very thankful. For those that have not subscribed yet or haven't heard about the Native Talk, please go to the description box below, click on the link. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and engage with the content that is already there. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your opposing thoughts, because we can't all agree on what I say on my commentaries. So I will directly engage with you, because here I can't read all comments and I miss important comments. So on the Native Talk, I have ample time, ample space to read everybody's comments and engage with them. So let us have a productive talk on the Native Talk. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But for now, I will see you tomorrow.